Hi folks, see those 5 words on your screen? Let's learn all of them. I am Arijit. Let's continue our journey of 500 most important words for GRE. The first word here is cadaverous. Cadaverous, very pale, thin or bony. Cadaverous, you can look at this man, extremely pale and bony kind of person. Let's look in detail. Cadaverous, very pale, thin or bony. Let's make a couple of sentences. Her first child is a pale, cadaverous little girl that will not live. So cadaverous, very pale, thin or bony, is gaunt and cadaverous. The synonyms can be pale, pallid, bloodless, ashen or chalky. So typically not having blood, somebody who is not had food or is suffering from certain disorders. Somebody who is bony or skeletal, hardly any muscles. The second set of words can be emaciated. Somebody didn't have food for long and is very thin. Haggard, etiolated. Somebody who is haggard, has not had food, he's looking like a haggard, is looking emaciated, didn't have food for very long, been in a drought-prone area. Somebody who is lymphatic, exsanguinous. Sanguinous, the word sang means blood. So exsanguinous means not having blood. Not having blood. So exsanguinous. So cadaverous can be having multiple synonyms like pale, pallid, chalky, bony, skeletal, emaciated, haggard, etiolated, lymphatic or exsanguinous. Right guys? Let's move on to the next word. Callow. Callow is somebody who is inexperienced. You can look at the face of this guy who is an inexperienced novice driver. So inexperienced and immature is callow. Let's look at the word in detail. Callow is inexperienced and immature. He was just a callow youth. Callow youth when he started his long journey. Earnest and callow undergraduates. Yeah, undergraduates are basically earnest and callow. Means inexperienced, immature. The synonyms can be immature, inexperienced, naive, green, can be raw, unseasoned, green or greenhorn, both meaning immature and naive. Somebody who has just started, untrained, adolescent, jejune, guileless, artless, or rookie. He's a rookie speaker, means first time speaker, doesn't have much of experience. Somebody who is a probationer. Somebody not having much of experience, who is not really having the kind of talent which is required, which comes with experience. So somebody is a rookie, who is a probationer, who is guileless, who is artless kind of person, who is jejune, or who is just an adolescent or untrained. So callow is somebody inexperienced and immature, somebody who is naive, who is green, who is greenhorn, who is untrained, who is a probationer, who is a rookie, or guileless, artless kind of a person. The antonyms can be somebody, obviously. Callow means inexperienced. The opposite being somebody who is a specialist, who is an authority or a pandit. The word has been taken from Hindi, pandit. Adept means somebody who is skillful. Maestro, somebody who is a maestro is in something, means somebody who is an extremely experienced kind of person. The Pandit Ravi Shankar was a sitar maestro. Virtuoso, again, an extremely talented person. A master, he's a karate master. Professional, genius or wizard, or connoisseur of basically of food and drinks, related to food and drinks. One who is a cognoscente. Cognoscente is somebody who is again an expert. A doyen, a savant, or a proficient can be a maven. Maven also means somebody who is an expert in fashion. So, an experienced person, somebody who is a specialist, who is a maestro, who is a virtuoso, who is a master, who is a professional genius, or a connoisseur, or a conoscente, or a doyen, a savant, or savant is somebody who is very wise, a proficient, or a maven. They all mean the same thing. Somebody who is an expert, who is an authority in something, who is a pandit in something. Let's move on to the next word, calumny. Calumny means the making of false and defamatory statements to damage somebody's reputation. Calumny is making something which is making certain false and defamatory statements about someone to damage somebody's reputation. This man has done something and this man is with a baseball stick. So let's look into the details. Calumny is making obviously false and defamatory statements to damage someone's reputation. A good usage can be a bitter struggle marked by calumny and litigation. This is something which happens that when two people start fighting and certain level is reached where both of them start making derogatory, defamatory statements, that's calumny, and get into a litigation. Synonyms can be calumny, can be slander, publicly defaming somebody, slander. Libel is to write about somebody, is a written defamation. Malicious attempts on somebody's reputation. Muckraking is basically somebody who is famous and the other person makes something defamatory so that his reputation is damaged. That is muckraking, especially against politicians or people with repute. To smear, to disparage, to denigrate, to derogate, they all mean disparage, denigrate, derogate, they all mean to damage somebody's reputation or to criticize somebody in presence of others. Aspersions is basically to criticize. Vilification, to make somebody a villain. To traduce or to slander somebody, they both mean the same thing, is to publicly defame somebody. Obloquy again means the same thing, to hurl abuses against somebody in front of 10 other people. So in front of public, that's obloquy. Vituperation, revile, slurs, to hurl slurs at somebody or slights at somebody, that means to criticize somebody very badly. That's calumny. So to round off our learning, calumny means slander, libel, malicious, muckraking, smear, or to disparage, denigrate, or derogate somebody, or to obloquy, or to vituperation, or slurs or slights. Antonyms obviously will be to praise somebody, to eulogize somebody, to praise, to compliment, to lionize, basically sometimes used as negative words, means to talk too much about somebody. That's to lionize, to admire, to hail, or to cheer, to flatter, to laud, to panegyrize. Panegyrize is again to sing praises of somebody, to exalt somebody. Exalt means to praise somebody to a great extent. Adore, to venerate, means to revere somebody, to worship someone. Venerate, reverence, to hallow, again to worship. Hallow as a verb, and hallow otherwise means the round moon or the sun we see around the gods, that's hallow. Okay, so the opposite is to eulogize somebody, or to panegyrize somebody, to lionize, to admire, to hail, to laud, to venerate, to revere, to hallow. Let's move on to the next word, cantankerous. Cantankerous is somebody who is bad-tempered, argumentative, and uncooperative kind of a person. Is a cantankerous person. You can look at this person's face, extremely argumentative, bad-tempered kind of a person. Let's move on and understand the meaning in a better fashion. Cantankerous means bad-tempered, argumentative, uncooperative. Synonyms can be the commentaries, cantankerous, chairman, because whenever the people in the committee must have been putting something, a proposal, this man was cantankerous. This chairman was cantankerous. The cantankerous old man attracted the attention of the street urchins. They must have been making, these street urchins must have been making fun of him. The synonyms can be fractious, irascible, irritable, all meaning the same. People with extremely bad tempered. Grumpy, grouchy, crotchety, touchy, testy. They all means people with a splenetic anger, which will suddenly become angry, bad-tempered kind of people. Curmudgeonly is basically used for old women, somebody who is having a poor temperament. Peevish or pettish both mean the same thing, extremely irritable kind of person. Waspish, touchy, splenetic, dyspeptic. Waspish temperament is a bad temperament. Touchy and splenetic means again bad, argumentative or irascible. Dyspeptic word comes from peptic, which means it used to be believed that somebody with a bad liver or bad stomach used to be bad tempered. So peptic, from there the drink Pepsi also comes. So dyspeptic, somebody having a very poor temperament. So cantankerous means bad tempered or fractious or irascible, irritable, grumpy, grouchy, crotchety, curmudgeonly, peevish, pettish, waspish, touchy, splenetic, or dyspeptic. That's how we can round it up. Let's move on to the next word. The next word is capricious, very close word of cantankerous. People who are given to sudden and unaccountable changes in mood or behavior. They suddenly become angry or suddenly are whimsical in their moods or behavior. They are called as capricious or whimsical. You can see from the photograph here, this man is saying that I thought you finally decided we should spend our vacation in Europe. And you can see Egypt is there, Rome, Spain, Tokyo, Hawaii, everything is there. So he is unable to understand the capricious wife temperament of this lady. Okay, let's see the details. Given to sudden unaccountable changes in the mood or behavior. Okay, somebody who is very unpredictable. A good usage can be, it is terrible to feel our livelihood hinges upon capricious bosses. Yes, quite true. A capricious climate. Well, not only human beings. Capricious climate means suddenly warm, suddenly it will start raining. So a capricious climate means a changing behavior, weather. Well, let's look at the synonyms. The synonyms can be fickle, somebody with a fickle temperament, veritable, mercurial, changes very fast, volatile, erratic, vacillating means fluctuating, fitful, arbitrary, cannot be said which way it will go, impulsive or temperamental, whimsical, freakish or unpredictable. They all mean being capricious, means given to sudden unaccountable changes in moods or behavior. The antonyms can be, well, capricious. People on the other side are serene, calm, composed, poised or tranquil, are mellowed and are unruffled. No matter what happens, they are steady, stoic, unflustered, flustered, unflustered, perturbable, can change, can be moved, imperturbable, doesn't change, placid means calm, composed, poised, equable, equanimous, all means people who are calm, serene tempered or are even tempered. Right, guys? So I hope now you have learned all these 5 words: emaciated, jejune, libel, capricious or splenetic. If you still do not know, go back to the video, learn them, Till then, happy learning.